it just shows what you can do when you come to the University of Arkansas. There's so many things. I mean, you can go pro in different aspects. You can go pro to the league or a lot of different areas of whatever student athlete you are, but you can go pro in business and life as well. And you know, the University of Arkansas has laid a foundation for me that allowed me to just put my roots down here. I'm a guy from Oklahoma, and you know, I said I'm never going to go anywhere.
Quinn has been a part of Razorback football radio broadcasts for 20 years, 19 as a sideline reporter, and this past year, he moved into the box alongside Chuck Barrett.
You're working with one of the all-time greats, and you're working with a guy that's, he's a good man, and he's a good broadcaster, and he takes it seriously, and he prepares. And just like he did as a football player, just like he did in his work, away from what we do. And he's always ready, and that's the thing I like. I remember when Quinn and I used to do the pregame show together, way back in the day. And we always had a great time. He was always ready, and he was always prepared, and a great partner, and he still is now.
It's been fantastic. I mean, to be able to wake up every Saturday morning, one, know you're going to be able to see an SEC football game. Two, know you're going to be able to get a paycheck. And then three, know you got a direct flight home on the charter. I mean, you can't beat it. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, I have to pinch myself every Saturday morning when I wake up.
During his time at the University of Arkansas, Quinn was able to develop a strong relationship with longtime coach and athletic director Frank Broyles.
Well, Coach Broyles meant so much to me. When I was able to get a scholarship from the University of Arkansas, I mean, it was like a dream come true. I mean, you see Coach Broyles walking out of the office, and it was like he was the godfather, you know, and it was like, wow, like a big aura was around him. But I was able to get to know him in a way that was really awesome. You know, coming to the Arkansas, I knew that, you know, Coach Broyles had laid the foundation for student athletes that if you did what you needed to do, hey, you're going to have an opportunity to have a successful career and be able to provide for your family in a meaningful way.
And now Quinn is giving back. He serves on the board of the Frank and Barbara Broyles Foundation after they helped him and his family provide support of his mom when she was diagnosed with dementia.
Me and my brothers and my entire family went through this whole dementia thing with my mom, and we had to be caregivers for my mom. And the Broyles Foundation is a foundation that really focuses in on the caregiver. You know, there are a lot of organizations that focus in on the cure, which is needed and definitely supportive. But, you know, there are times where you run into you know, you got a loved one that starts acting differently, starts acting funny, and you don't really know how to really deal with that. When my mom started acting funny, we just didn't quite know how to handle it. And, you know, so the Broyles Foundation really gave us some things. So I was able to partner with Coach Broyles, with Molly and Betsy, and, you know, it just really helped us really have a different outlook on caregiving, and we were able to take care of our mom in a better way and in a more meaningful way.
It was very difficult. And like my brother said, we stuck together, and that was the only way to get through it. Just having that support, and because when someone has to go through that, you know, it's never good. It's going to be tough, and so I really think that's what helped us get through it, sticking together. But then, like my brother also said, the foundation, you know, having that playbook to help us through the unknown was very helpful, and we're just very thankful.
Quinn's support to the foundation also means a lot to the Broyles family.
Dad and Quinn had a great relationship. Dad had a lot of respect for Quinn, not only on the field, but off the field, and the man that he's grown into. And then when Quinn's mother developed Alzheimer's, then that kind of also brought them together too. And you know, we love having him on our board because he's passionate about the disease, he's passionate about helping caregivers, and you know, he's got a big heart. And so he and Dad had a great relationship.
This is a great organization, and you know, Quinn's had a lot to do with it. Quinn's been involved from a very personal level, and they've been involved with him from a very personal level. And you think about, this is what happens when you come from a faraway place and you make a new place your home. You think about his history with Coach Broyles as a player, and then when Coach Broyles was the athletic director. And then here you find yourself 20, 25 years later, and you never really realize how much someone's going to impact your life. I think Quinn would tell you today that Coach Broyles' caregiver book probably impacted his life far more than anything that he did, you know, beyond that. And I think that's what's such a wonderful legacy. You think of the Razorbacks, you think of Frank Broyles, and that's never going to change. But I think anyone who has been affected by this thinks about that book, they think about that family, and they think about the way they just kind of wrap their arms around you. And I think that was important for Quinn, and I think after It's one of those, it's like a chain, you know, it just moves on. And I know Quinn's looking forward to passing that on as we move forward.
You know, anytime we can do something with Alzheimer's and dementia, it's a big thing for our family. I mean, you don't go through that struggle for as long as we went through that struggle and not be able to want to share that wisdom and share what we know so people can be better for it.
I'm proud of this young man right here, my brother, because we went through this thing. It was tough, but he stepped up. When she passed, she was here in town, so that means that he had to spend all that time with her. So it was toughest on him. So I'll always be grateful for what he did. And so I just want him to know that he knows that, but so you can see it's very hard for me, but so I love my brother.